In the previous lessons, we saw that verb forms can be singular, dual, or plural. For example, fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. Fa'ala is singular, fa'ala is dual, fa'alu is plural. Likewise, yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. If'al, if'ala, if'alu. La taf'al, la taf'ala, la taf'alu, etc. Obviously, it's not the action that's dual or plural, it's the people doing the action or performing the action that are dual or plural. So anyways, just like verbs, noun are also dual and plural. For example, mu'minun means one believer, mu'minani means two believers, and mu'minuna means three or more believers, multiple believers. In Arabic, singular is called wahid, dual is called tathniya, and plural is called jama. The first thing I'll show you in this video is how to make a noun dual, and then I'll show you how to make it plural. Now, in order to make a noun dual, if the word is in the state of rafa, for example, it's a mubtada or fa'il, you just add an alif and a noon with a kasra. So the dual for rajulun is rajulani. So all you do is add an alif and add a noon with a kasra. So that's the first thing. As you can see, rajulun, you added an alif and then you added a noon with a kasra. So from rajulun it turned into rajulani. So this is if you want to bring a dual in the state of rafa. If you want to bring it in the state of nasab or jar, for example, it's a maf'ul or there's a harful jar coming before the word, all you have to do is add a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra. So there you go, add a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra. For example, if you want to change rajulun to dual in the state of nasab or jar, just change it from rajulun to rajulaini. So you added a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra. So that was my mistake. Dhamma should have been fatha. There you go. If it's in the state of nasab or jar, add a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra. This is how to make a singular word into dual form in the state of rafa, nasab, and jar. Now I'll teach you how to make it into plural. Now to make a noun plural, if it's in the state of rafa, add a waw preceded by a dhamma and a noon with a fatha. So for example, if you want to convert muslimun, you want to convert the word muslimun to plural, you're going to take the word muslimun, and in the end of muslimun, you're going to add a waw preceded by a dhamma and a noon with a fatha. So muslimun will become muslimuna. This is in the state of rafa. If the word you want to bring is going to be in the state of nasab or jar, you'll add a ya preceded by a kasra and a noon with a fatha. Add a ya preceded by a kasra and a noon with a fatha. So for example, you want to take muslimun, the same example. You want to make it plural and in the form of nasab and jar. So you're going to add a ya preceded by a kasra and a noon with a fatha. So muslimun is going to become muslimina. To make this easier, I'll give you a table. So here we have the table. As you can see, on the left it says in the state of rafa, in the state of nasab, in the state of jar. So muslimun in the state of rafa, the dual for that in the state of rafa is muslimani and jama is muslimuna. In the state of nasab, musliman, for dual it's muslimaini, plural it is muslimina. And in the state of jar, it's muslimaini and muslimina. Because in the state of rafa, you add an alif with a noon with a kasra to make it dual, muslimani. And for plural, you add a waw preceded by a dhamma and a noon with a fatha, as in muslimuna. In the state of nasab, if you're going to take muslim, for dual, you're going to add a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra, muslimaini. And for plural, you're going to add a ya preceded by a kasra and a noon with a fatha, muslimina. In the state of jar, is going to be the same as in the state of nasab, muslimaini and muslimina. Same exact thing. Now let's give you some examples. You want to say two men went to the market. The first thing we're going to do is bring the fi'l. Remember the fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul, which we learned in the fourth lesson. The fail for went is ذهب. ذهب. Now you're going to bring the two men, which are the fa'il. Now obviously man is rajulun, and the plural for that is rijal. But the tathniya, or the dual, is going to have an alif and a noon with a kasra, because it's in the state of rafa, because it's a fa'il. So ذهب رجلان to the market. إلى السوق. Let's give you another example. The scholars gave a speech in the mosque. So in this case, you're going to bring the verb first, the fi'l, which is giving a speech. Giving a speech in Arabic is خطب. خطب. Now you're going to bring the fa'il, the people who are giving the speech, who are the scholars. Scholar is alimun. The plural for that in halat rafa, or in the state of rafa, is going to be alimuna, because in order to make it plural you need to add a waw preceded by a dhamma and a noon with a fatha. And the scholars, it's the scholars, so you're going to bring an alif lam on top. خطب العالمون in the mosque. في المسجد. خطب العالمون في المسجد. The scholars gave a speech in the mosque. Another example. Khalid helped two oppressed persons. The fail here is helped. Nasara. Nasara, and Khalid is the fa'il, so it's going to come second. Nasara Khalidun. Now see that the two oppressed persons are, in this case, they are maf'ul, and maf'ul is in the state of nasab. That's how it generally is. So two oppressed person, you want to make a dual of oppressed, and you want to make it in halat nasab. So oppressed is mazlum, and if you want to make two oppressed persons in halat nasab, is you're going to add a ya preceded by a fatha and a noon with a kasra. So mazlumun is going to become mazlumaini. Nasara Khalidun mazlumaini. Now we're going to go on to the last thing you should know, and this is very important. Make sure you pay attention. The last thing you need to know is that the noon of dual and plural, for example, muslimaini, muslimani, muslimuna, muslimina, you see all these noons of dual and plural. If those words are mudaf, then those noons are going to be dropped. So the noon of dual and plural is dropped when it appears at the end of mudaf. For example, if you want to say Zayd's 2 pens, so 2 pens is going to become a mudaf. It's the thing being possessed. So when you write this down, instead of saying qalamani Zaydin, meaning Zayd's 2 pens, you're going to recite and you're going to write qalama Zaydin. You're going to drop the noon. Originally, qalama Zaydin was qalamani Zaydin. But since it was mudaf, you drop the noon. That's what you do. Or you want to say a man's 2 horses. So a horse in Arabic is farasun. The dual for that in halat rafa is farasani. So obviously it's going to be farasani rajulin. But as I told you before, the noon of dual and plural is dropped when it appears in the end of mudaf. Since farasani is appearing as a mudaf here, you're going to drop the noon. So farasani rajulin is going to become farasa rajulin. So these were examples of dual. If you take plural examples, for example, you want to say Muslims of Egypt. So Muslims is, the plural for that is muslimuna. So originally it would be muslimuna Misra. Misr is Egypt. But when you actually write it down, you're going to drop the noon. You're going to write Muslimu Misra. Likewise, if this was in the state of nasab, meaning it was Muslimuna Misr, same thing, you would drop the noon, it would become Muslimi Misra. So that's the gist of it. The noon of dual and plural is dropped when it appears in the end of mudaf.
أمر يأمر كتب يكتب أكل يأكل قطع يقطع ضرب يضرب أخذ يأخذ درس يدرس طبخ يطبخ قرأ يقرأ ملأ يملأ حبس يحبس غفر يغفر واعظ واعظون كتاب كتب مؤمن مؤمنون خبز أخباز شجرة ولد مظلة سنة عام سنون أعوام عابد عباد سمكة كراسة بيت خادمة جرة خال سارق سارقون سجن هدى متق المتقي متقون المتقون مفلح مفلحون مفسد مفسدون نحن مصلح مصلحون ظالم ظالمون عذاب أليم كافر كافرون مهين مع صابر صابرون الحمد رب عالم عالمون صلاة سلام على سيد مرسل مرسلون خاتم خواتم نبي نبيون آل صاحب أصحاب أجمع أجمعون.
Now let's move on to the exercises. The first sentence here is number 1. I ordered the preachers. Now I ordered is the fi'l plus the fa'il. Order is amara ya'muru, and this is from al-fi'l al-madi, and it's wahid mutakallim on the wazn of fa'altu. So amara on the wazn of fa'altu is amartu. Amartu the preachers. Preacher singular in Arabic is al-wa'idh, and the plural for that will either be al-wa'idhuna or al-wa'idhina. First we have to look at which halat is it coming in. For example, over here if you see the preachers is actually a maf'ul. I ordered the preachers. They're the people receiving the action of being ordered. So when there's a maf'ul, we know that maf'ul is in halatul nasab, meaning it's supposed to get a fatha. In the state of getting a fatha or a kasra, if it's jama' meaning plural, then you add a ya and a noon. Ina, meaning you add an ina, not an una. So al-wa'idhina. Amartu al-wa'idhina. I ordered the preachers. Number 2 is they, plural male, wrote a book for the believers. Here the fail is right, which is kataba. You want to bring kataba from they, plural male, wrote. Al-fi'l al-madi. And jama' mudhakkar ghaib. Fa'alu. So kataba on the wazn of fa'alu is katabu. Katabu. Wrote a book. That's the maf'ul. And since it's the maf'ul, the last letter ba is going to get 2 fathas. Katabu kitaban for li, the believers. Now the believer, singular, is al-mu'min. The plural for that will be either al-mu'minun or al-mu'minin depending on the circumstances. First we have to look at what state is the believers coming in. It's coming after lam, for, li. And any word that comes after lam or any harful jar, gets a kasra in the end, meaning it's in halatul jar. If it's in halatul jar, then it has to be, you have to add a ya and a noon. Ina, not una. So katabu kitaban lil mu'minina. Lil mu'minina. Number 3, they, plural female, ate the bread. Eat is the verb here, which is akala in Arabic. You want to bring akala on the wazn of they, plural female did, which is jama muannath ghaib. Jama muannath ghaib is fa'alna. Eat is akala. Akala on the wazn of fa'alna is akalna. Akalna. The bread is al-khubz. So this is a simple sentence. It has no singular, plural, dual, anything. Akalna al-khubza. The reason it's getting a fatha is because it's the maf'ul. Number 4. The fourth one is you, plural male, cut the tree. Cut in Arabic is qata'a. You, plural male, cut is qata'tum, on the wazn of fa'altum, because it's jama mudhakkar hadir. So qata'tum. The tree is ash-shajara, and since it's the maf'ul, is going to get a fatha in the end. Ash-shajarata. Qata'tum ash-shajarata. Number 5. She hit 2 boys and she took the umbrellas. Let's make it into the umbrella, just singular. So anyways, she hit 2 boys. She hit is darabat, on the wazn of fa'alat. Darabat, because that's wahid muannath ghaib. Darabat, 2 boys. Now we know that boy in Arabic is walad. Now you want to bring 2 boys. So either it's going to be waladaini or it's going to be waladani. First we have to look at what state is waladaini or waladani coming in. Over here it's being used as a maf'ul because they are the ones receiving the action of hitting. And maf'ul is always in halatul nasab. It's supposed to always get a fatha. If it's in halatul nasab or halatul jar, you add a ya and a noon, as in aini. And you don't add alif noon. You don't add ani. You add waladaini. So darabat waladaini. If they were mudaf, for example, or if they were mubtada, for example, or subject, then they would be waladani. But in this case, since they are maf'ul, they are waladaini. And then you continue on with the sentence. And she took the umbrella. And she took. Take is akhadha. Bring that on the wazn of fa'alat, which is wahid muannath ghaib, and you get wa akhadhat. The umbrella. Al midallata. Wa akhadhatil midallata. And since al midalla is the maf'ul, the last letter, the round ta, is going to get a fatha, because maf'ul always gets a fatha. The sixth sentence here is you, plural female, will study for 2 years. Now, study in Arabic is darasa. You, plural female, will do is taf'alna. Darasa on the wazn of taf'alna is tadrasna. So number 6 will start by tad. Rasna, you, plural female, will study for 2 years. 4 is li. And now we stop at 2 years. Now a year in Arabic is sanatun. The plural for that could either be sanatani or sanataini, depending on the circumstances. If it's in halatul rafa, meaning it's supposed to get a dhamma, then it would be sanatani. But in this case, it's supposed to be getting a nasab, or in this case, it's supposed to be getting a jar or a kasra, because it's coming after li. Whatever comes after li or any type of harful jar gets a kasra in the end. So li sanataini. Tadarasna li sanataini. You, plural female, will study for 2 years. Number 7. You, singular female, will cook for the worshippers. Now here, the verb is cook. Cook in Arabic is tabaqa. It came before many times. You, singular female, will do is taf'alina. So tabaqa on the wazn of taf'alina is tatbakhina. تطبخين. For li, again li, the worshippers. Worship, worship singular or worshipper is عابد in Arabic. The plural for that, for worshippers, is عابدون or عابدين. Again, depending on the halat or the circumstances. Over here, it's coming after the particle li, which is harful jar, and we know that anything that comes after harful jar gets a kasra, so this is in halatul jar. So since it's in halatul jar, it will be al-abidina and not al-abiduna. So you will say تطبخين للعابدين. للعابدين. You, singular female, will cook for the worshippers. Now let's move on to the 8th sentence. You, singular male, ate a fish, but I ate 2 fish. Eat in Arabic is akala. You, singular male, did is fa'alta. So akala on the wazn of fa'alta is akalta. So akalta means you, singular male, ate a fish. Fish in Arabic is samaka. Since it's maf'ul, is going to get 2 fathas in the end on the last letter. Samakatan. Akalta samakatan, but, which is lakin, I ate. So akala on the wazn of fa'altu, wahid mutakallim, or singular first person is akaltu. Lakin akaltu 2 fish. Now, 2 fish could either be samakatani or samakataini. Since over here it's coming as a maf'ul, meaning it's the 2 fish are the things receiving the action of eating. So therefore they are maf'ul. If they are maf'ul, they're in halatun nasab. They're supposed to be getting a fatha. So it won't be samakatani. In fact, it will be samakataini. Lakin akaltu samakataini. Number 9. She wrote 2 notebooks, and you, plural male, read 2 books. Let's translate the first portion of that sentence. She wrote 2 notebooks. Write in Arabic is kataba. She wrote is on the wazn of fa'alat, which is katabat. Katabat. 2 notebooks. Now 1 notebook is kurrasatun. The dual for that, the tathniya for that is kurrasatani or kurrasataini. Here 2 notebooks is the maf'ul, which means it's in halatul nasab. Anything in halatul nasab or halatul jar, if you're bringing tathniya for that, you have to bring a ya and a nun instead of an alif and nun. So you're not going to say kurrasatani. In fact, you're going to say kurrasataini. Katabat kurrasataini. And you, plural male, read. Read in Arabic is qara'a. Put that on the wazn of fa'altum, which is you, plural male, meaning a jama' mudhakkar hadir, and you get wa qara'tum. 2 books. 1 book in Arabic is kitabun. The dual for that will be kitabani or kitabaini. Here it's coming as a maf'ul, meaning it's in halatul nasab, so it's going to be kitabaini. Wa qara'tum kitabaini. Number 10. The house's maid cooked bread and she filled 2 jars. Let's take the word cooked because that's the maf'ul, or I'm sorry, that's the fi'l. It's the verb that's going to come first. Cook in Arabic is tabakha, but the fa'il here, the house's maid, is feminine. So obviously the sigha of cook has to be feminine, meaning it has to be wahid mu'annath ghaib from tabakha, which is tabakhat. Tabakhat. The house's maid. Now the house's maid is a fa'il, but it's a combination of mudaf and mudaf ilayh. The mudaf here, the thing being possessed or the person, is maid. Maid in Arabic is khadima. That's going to come first, and since it's fa'il of tabakhat, the 2 or the last letter is going to get a dhamma. After khadima comes the mudaf ilayh, which is house. The house in Arabic is al-bayti. The reason it's al-bayti with a kasra on the ta is because it's a mudaf ilayh, and mudaf ilayh always gets a kasra. So you have tabakhat khadimatul bayti, meaning the house is made, cooked. Now you bring the maf'ul. Bread in Arabic is al-khubza. طبخت خادمة البيت الخبز and she filled 2 jars. Fill in Arabic is mala'a, and you want to bring the feminine because the fa'il here is the maid, which is feminine. So وملأت on the same format as طبخت. وملأت 2 jars, that's a maf'ul. Jar in Arabic is jarratun. The dual for that is jarratani or jarrataini. Since over here it's in halatul nasab because it's a maf'ul, it will be jarrataini. وملأت jarrataini. Number 11. Khalid's uncle, meaning maternal, imprisoned the thieves in the jail. Khalid's uncle, maternal or maternal uncle, is the fa'il. Imprisoned is the fi'l. So imprisoned, bring that first. Imprisoned in Arabic is habasa. Habasa. Next comes the fa'il, which is Khalid's uncle. That's a combination of mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Maternal uncle, which is the mudaf, will come first, which is ammun. Habasa ammu. I'm sorry. Maternal uncle is khal. Habasa khalu Khalidin. Khalidin is getting a kasra because, or double kasra because it's mudaf ilayh. Imprison the thieves. Now thief in Arabic, singular, is as-sariq. The plural for that would be as-sariquna or as-sariqina. Now over here, since it says in halatul nasab, because it's coming as a maf'ul, it will be as-sariqina and not as-sariquna. Habasa khalu Khalidin as-sariqina in the jail. In is fi. The jail is as-sijn. And is going to be as-sijni with the kasra and the noon because it's coming after harful jar. Now let's translate some Arabic sentences into English. Number 1 is Al-Qur'anu hudan lil-muttaqeen. Al-Qur'an is the mubtada, the subject. The Qur'an is hudan, guidance. Is guidance lil-muttaqeen. For, now al-muttaqeen is the plural of al-muttaqi, which means God-fearing man. So al-muttaqeen is the plural. So the Quran is guidance for the God-fearing men or people. Number 2 is al-mu'minuna muflihuna. Al-mu'minuna is mubtada, muflihun is khabar. Al-mu'minuna is the plural of al-mu'min, which means believer. So the believers are muflihun, successful. Number 3, قال المفسدون نحن مسلمون. Or rather it should be قال المفسدون نحن مصلحون. قال means to say. Al-mufsidun is the plural of al-mufsid, which means those who spread corruption or corrupted people. So قال al-mufsidun means the corrupted people. قال said. نحن we are muslihuna, peacemakers. Muslihuna is the plural of muslih, which means peacemaker. We are peacemakers. Number 4, للظالمين عذاب أليم. للظالمين is mubtada, عذاب أليم is mawsuf sifat, and they combine to become the khabar. Li means for. الظالم is the oppressor. الظالمين is the plural of that, which is oppressors. So للظالمين means for the oppressors. عذاب أليم. There is عذاب أليم. عذاب is the mawsuf, meaning the thing being described. أليم is the sifat, the adjective. That's why it's coming second. عذاب أليم, translated backwards. For the oppressors, there is a painful meaning alimun, painful, azab, punishment. Number 5. لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابٌ مُهِينٌ. This is the same word structure as the previous sentence. لِلْكَافِرِينَ, for the disbelievers, there is a عذاب muhin. Muhin means humiliating. For the disbelievers, there is a humiliating punishment. Number 6. Allahu ma'as sabirina. Allah is the mubtada. Ma'a means with. So Allah is with. As-sabirina is the plural of as-sabir, which means those who are patient. Allah is with the patient ones. Number 7. Allahu yaghfiru lil mu'minina. Allah yaghfiru means forgives. That's from ghafara, which means to forgive. Allah forgives lil mu'minina. Now it could have been said that Allahu yaghfiru lil mu'minina, but they are bringing lil mu'minina. That doesn't really add much difference. Just translate it as usual by saying Allah forgives the believers. You could say it both ways. You could also say Allahu yaghfiru lil mu'minina. It doesn't really matter that much. Number 8 is Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdu means all praise. Lillahi is for Allah. Rabbil Alameen, Lord of the worlds. Al-Alameen is actually the plural of Al-Alam, which means a world or a cosmos or a galaxy. Let's just complete one last sentence. This is the last sentence. As-salatu was-salamu ala sayyidil mursaleen khatamil nabiyyin Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. As-salah means, now this is a dua, it's a prayer or a supplication. So we start off by saying may. May as-salah, blessing, was-salam, and peace, ala, be upon, Sayyidil Mursalina. Sayyid is mudaf, al-Mursaleen is mudaf ilayh, and by the way, al-Mursaleen is the plural of al-Mursal, which means messenger. Sayyidil Mursaleen, leader of the messengers. May blessing and peace be upon the leader of the messengers. Khatamin Nabiyyin. Khatam is mudaf, an-Nabiyyin is mudaf ilayh, and by the way, an-Nabiyyin is the plural of an-Nabi, which is prophet. So Khatamin Nabiyyin, the last, you could say the last, or you could say the seal of an-Nabiyyin, the prophets. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. وَعَلَى آلِهِ وَأَصْحَابِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. وَعَلَى, and upon, آلِهِ, that's a mudaf ilayh, and the reason Ali, the lam is getting a kasra, is because it's coming after a harful jar, which is ala. And upon his family, al means family, وَأَصْحَابِهِ, and his, actually leave that for now. So take out the his. It says وَأَصْحَابِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. So أصحابه, that's a mudaf ilayh. Ashab is mudaf, he is mudaf ilayh. That means his companions. Ajma'in means all of them. So if you connect all of them together, if you say his companions, all of them, that would sound weird. So you say it by saying and all of his companions. And all of his companions. So that's the last sentence of the book.